Spring is here, the summer heat is coming, and that means salads are gonna be everywhere. Your bag salad needs a facelift. How about some roasted salmon on top? I think so. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chronicles of Chef. I'm Scott Hamilton, and today we're gonna go over how to cook the perfect salmon for your salad. Super simple. We're gonna do an herb crusted salmon. So easy to do, so easy to make, and then you can make this kind of salad from a bag salad. This is how you step up your salad game, and this is how you roast the perfect salmon. Let's get cooking. The beautiful thing about an herb crust is that measurements kind of go out the window. It's about just a whole bunch of herbs that are gonna blend together. Most herbs are gonna end up kind of folding together beautifully and in crust and to add all sorts of wonderful flavor to whatever you're putting it on. Fish, chicken, steak, pork, potatoes, veggies, doesn't matter. It's gonna be delicious. And so it's about kind of using whatever you have and blending it all together. I have some parsley, and we went with just the leaves. I took off the stems. Normally, it doesn't matter. Throw it all in, blitz it all up, it's gonna get chopped up. Some basil from an old video, and it is looking a little sad, but it smells delicious. The flavor's there, it just doesn't look as pretty. Put it into our delicious crust. Some sage. There was a sale on a poultry blend of seasonings, and so there's sage, rosemary, and thyme, and I got it for super cheap. Even though we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna do a blender, I don't want the woody stems. So some of these stems is gonna be okay, but as you can see, I can squeeze it. I'm not getting poked by anything, so it's okay. All the other stems are gonna get chopped up. They're gonna get cooked down. It's gonna be great. Oh, and your hands smell so good after this. Same with rosemary. Rosemary is a little bit more picky on the stems and everything. I don't want the stems in there. It's gonna be woody. I don't want that chopped up. That's gonna be a hard crunch. It's like chewing on a stick. Dill, found it on sale. I was like, hey, this will be good. I'm gonna put it on fish. That'll be delicious. It's gonna work great on steak. It's gonna all those things. It's gonna be great. And again, I took all the stems, those woodier stems, because I'm gonna use them for something else. Normally, parsley stems, cilantro stems, dill stems, basil stems, all those for the most part are softer, and they're gonna be able to go into this just fine. So throw that in there. We're gonna throw about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10-ish cloves of garlic. We're gonna hit it with some salt. And then I had a bunch of green onions. Cut off the roots. Everything else is going in there. Really simple, okay? That is all that. We're gonna hit it some with black pepper. And we're not gonna hit this with oil right now. This is all about just getting our chop. You can run your knife through it. I'm just gonna make it a little bit more pasty, and I'm gonna blitz it in our food processor. Got this all on. I'm just looking to pulse and give this a good chop. Go. Oh, all this fragrance from these herbs is so amazing. We're gonna call that good. That is beautiful. We don't want this into a paste. We want something in between a nice rough chop and a fine chop. It doesn't need to be perfectly chopped up. It's okay if there's some bigger chunks and whatnot. But our biggest thing is we don't want it to be a paste. Look at that. So as you can see, when we pull it up, we got lots of chunks of all sorts of things. Oh yeah. Let's talk our salmon. We want to make sure that the salmon is nice and dry. We don't want it super wet. I've let it sit out for about 20 or so minutes, maybe about a half hour, to kind of let it warm up a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and spray our tray here, our pan, just non-stick. I got a mat down, it should help, but we're just gonna go ahead and plop that guy down. I like to use paprika whenever I'm doing an herb crust. You can add nuts to this and it kind of goes into that gremolata. You can add lemon zest. There's all sorts of things that you can add, but this solid base, we're gonna start super simple. Just a whole bunch of herbs, some mustard, and then some paprika. Paprika is gonna add a really great depth of flavor. It's gonna add some smokiness. It's gonna add a little bit of heat. But the other thing that it will add is a little bit of color. to our fish. I don't like to add my paprika to the herbs because I want the base underneath to have that kind of glow and that dark, rich color from a sear or roasting it in the oven. I don't want it mixed in with the herbs. I want those herbs to stay vibrant. I want them to be green, even if they get into a rich, dark green with cooking down. I don't want to add any darker colors to it. I don't want to add any brown to that. I want that to poke through the dark green. All right, first things first on our fish is we're gonna hit it with some salt, and we're gonna salt it everywhere. See, and we added a little salt to this, so that's gonna have some good salt. We're gonna salt and pepper all of our different things. So if you were gonna do this on chicken, I would salt and pepper your chicken. We don't need oil or anything like that on our fish. Even with it patted dry, there's enough fat and moisture that it's gonna be a healthy enough binder. We're gonna do about a healthy tablespoon or so of our mustard here. Dijon mustard, grain mustard, just not yellow mustard, please. It's just gonna be too bright. There's not enough depth of flavor to really hold up. But any of your Dijons or brown mustard, honey mustard, any of those kinds of things will be a great addition. And that's gonna be our binder for our herbs. Okay, and then at this point, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of paprika just on the top of this fish right here. There we go. Just like that. So that's what we're looking for. Now for our herb crust. I'm gonna drop that right on. And we're not gonna go all the way around. We're just gonna pat this guy onto here. Now, like I was saying, if you added nuts to this, it's a great crust. You can hold on with the sear. We're just keeping it simple because our goal with this is obviously a delicious salmon that's been roasted. We want it nice and flaky. We don't want it overcooked. So our main focus today is to have some fun with an herb blend, an herb crust, and then also have a perfectly cooked salmon. We're gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of a spritz here of lemon. I had this left over from my last video, right here, where I charred lemon for the delicious pasta. This fish would be perfect for that pasta too, by the way. But we're just gonna put some lemon here, and then we'll hit it with lemon when it comes out too. We're just little bits here and there. Okay, now, secret of the trade. When I was a chef at Whole Foods and things like that, we would do, anywhere between 100 to 200 pounds of salmon that we'd grill and roast off, whether it was herbed or just salt and pepper, all sorts of different flavors. But this was our key to success. We would just do a quick little spray over the top of all of them, and it's going to help give it the perfect amount of oil to make it nice and crispy and to help kind of that roasting. We don't have to do those huge glugs of oil, just a little spritz. Now, I'm using olive oil, whatever oil you want. The flavor is not going to be really that important, but this is going to help that top layer kind of almost in like an air frying sense be able to do it. So, just a little quick. We'll hit that side too. There we go. Boom. That's all we're looking for. Nothing crazy. Not going to kill you. And it's going to make it look beautiful. I'm going to throw this in the oven. I have it preset at 425, and we're going to let it roast. Now, key on this is that we want to pull this salmon out at no more than 138 degrees. We're going to have a beautiful carryover cook. It's going to be flaky. It's going to be soft, but we don't want it dry. Fish can be eaten raw. Fish can be eaten at 145 internal temperature. It's going to be okay. Let's get this in the oven, and then we'll check it periodically. Okay. Now, any thermometer will do in theory, but instant read obviously is the best way to go. And we're getting all sorts of different readings here. 138 is perfect. 140, it's the thinner side, that makes sense. Right here, smack dab in the middle. 138, perfect. For my oven, that was about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm gonna pull it right off here. I'm gonna set it on this rack to let it kind of hang out on there, because that's gonna give us some good air, not have things get soggy. Then the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna tent it while it's hanging out. Obviously, big fan of my little pre-cut sheets, but it's just some aluminum foil. We want air to be able to escape. We want moisture to be able to escape out of both sides. Just looking to kind of help create a little area for it to keep cooking and being delicious. You need to make sure that you understand your oven on these things. Mine, my little toaster oven that I'm cooking everything in, and for one piece of fish, took about 10 minutes. There's hot spots, there's cold spots. You got to get to know your oven and know what's going to work best for you. It's about learning that process and understanding your own equipment and your own environment and how it's going to be able to do this so that we can have the perfect fish for your salad, for your pasta, whatever it is. We're looking for fish that's super moist, that's flaky, but will break in nice big chunks, but hold together so it's not just shredded salmon tossed throughout the entire thing. So we got our bowl and of course a salad mix. We're doing enough hard things by cooking the perfect salmon. We don't need to make a Caesar salad from scratch. And again, it was on sale. All right, now, even though we're doing a bag of salad, doesn't mean we can just dress and do whatever we want when it comes to tossing our salad, okay? Salad dressing goes in the bowl first. These little seasonings and whatnot, I'm going to open now and dump right into the bag. Cheese, same thing, croutons. And just give this a little bit of toss. Let all those things hang out together. All right, now, Caesar dressing. Now, when we are dressing our salad in the bowl, and we're gonna have our dressing go all over the place. We want it up on the walls, we want it on the bottom, and that's gonna help give us an even coating of the dressing. Now, toss in our beautiful salad mix with the seasonings, and now we're just gonna give this a nice toss. Nice and gentle. We're scraping the sides, we're getting it all mixed in. It's just a nice toss because we wanna just kind of use it as a folding method. We're just gonna twist, roll it around. There we go, nice and perfectly dressed. I like to dress my salad when it comes to like a Caesar, when it's heartier dressings, a few minutes before I'm actually gonna serve it and let it sit, as it kind of helps loosen things out. And then if there's any extra dressing or anything like that, it gives it a chance to kind of drain to the bottom and you can pull it up and out and it's gonna be just slightly better dressed in my opinion. So we're gonna let this kind of hang out. All right, let's look at our fishy fish here. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look how beautiful it is. Oh, it smells so good. So good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give it a little more lemon love. Now, we're going to have great carryover cook, right? We let this rest for about 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. See, we're perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and give this guy one more little move to our cutting board. Ooh. In this situation, I like it to be warm. I don't want it hot. I want it warm, which is perfect because this is going to give us all the time we need to let this rest. It's got up to its temperature. It's going to relax a little bit. We want it warm. We don't want it to wilt the salad, but we do want it to be warm. We want that contrast in temperatures of the crisp, cold lettuce with this delightfully warm and moist and perfectly succulent fish to be eaten all together. And it's going to create this wonderful mouthfeel, and the flavors are going to be more vibrant. It's going to be phenomenal. So first, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of snap it in half. But as you can see, it's perfectly cooked, okay? It's perfectly cooked. It's nice and moist, right? I like this guy. So we're going to leave that one nice and big, and we'll use that as our plating. For this, we're just going to kind of start to break them apart. But we want these kind of flaky parts right here. Oh, so good. Man, all those herbs, that paprika, there's just like this hint of smoke in there. It is so good. But so we want to kind of just break up this. See how it's staying together pretty well? That's what we're looking for. See, but now we got some of these beautiful bite-sized pieces. They're not dry. I mean, it is just moist as can be. Ooh. One more bite. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's so good. There we go. And we want them as kind of bigger chunks as we possibly can get, but we want it to break along its own fat lines. Nice and flaky, beautiful. There it is. Oh, that is beautiful. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss that kind of through the salad right before we plate it, and then we'll place this guy right on top. Let's get to plating. We're gonna go ahead and scoop up our salmon chunks, gently toss them into here. Those herby bits are gonna go great. Oh. And again, we're just gonna lightly toss that salmon. That's just gonna help ensure that we get salmon throughout this salad. This is how we dress up a delicious bag of salad, is we do some beautifully roasted salmon. All right, so then we're gonna take the salmon, drop them right there. This is a Caesar salad. Look at that. Oh man. All right, before we dig into this whole fun, we got the perfect bite right here. We got lettuce, we got salmon, we got a crouton. Man, so good. So good. We're gonna brighten it all up just a little more lemon, and then we're good to go. All right, this is just looking too good to not eat and to dig in on. Oh, okay. That first bite was exactly what I wanted. I should have shown it. Had lettuce, this beautiful flake of salmon, another piece of lettuce, little Parmesan cheese on there. Everything was in that bite, and it was perfect. The salmon, because it's cooked just to the limit, it stays nice and moist. It holds together throughout the whole salad. We still have good sized chunks of salmon. I mean, look at that. That is a big chunk of salmon still with our lettuce, and that was tossed in. You're not going to get that when it's overcooked and it's dry. It's going to shred and it's going to be mealy. Not this. Oh, so good. The salmon stands up to the Caesar beautifully. The texture of it is great. Gives a great texture, great chew. The herbs on it, oh man, it elevates this entire thing. And that paprika, just this like background note of just this beautifully smoky pepper happening. Oh, it hits the background notes perfectly. It gives you this great umami and depth, rich flavor for the herbs to lift everything up. And then you get that bright lemon, and then you get the zingy, peppery, and tangy Caesar salad dressing on this specifically. And then it gets bright again. And then you get that umami and that fatty, delicious salmon. Oh, it is a roller coaster that I am all about. Oh man, let's go. And that salmon is still slightly warm. Doesn't feel cold. Doesn't kind of just like firm up on me too much. It is warm. It gives you a nice fresh salmon taste. Oh, love it. This is the level of work I want to put in and the level of flavor that I want to be getting out of delicious salads all summer long. So good. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these kind of videos, we're getting tips, tricks, and being able to explore new foods and be able to lean on some pre-made stuff. Like, subscribe, do all those fun things so you can see all the different things I'm making. I post weekly videos of cooking just whatever we want. If there's anything that you want me to cook specifically or you want ideas about, let me know down in the comments. We'll see you next time.